welcome back to my channel, Joy Marie Beauty XOXO. My name is Joy. Thank you so much for taking the time to check out my newest video. I'm super excited to be doing this tutorial because I'm going to be helping you guys out with something I had the hardest time with and I never thought I would actually get right, and that is contouring. I remember when contouring became a huge thing. So many companies were just putting out product after product, palette after palette, powders and creams and all kinds of things. And I remember watching videos and pictorials and just seeing people layer their face with this stuff. And I remember being so overwhelmed because there was just so much. And anytime I tried to recreate the videos, I look like a hot mess. So I want to show you guys my way of contouring. And I also want to show you guys that you don't need all these different products and you also don't need to go buy a palette. I'm just going to show you my techniques and what I use. I'm going to be showing you guys my favorite products to use to contour. I'm also going to be showing you some dupes that are more on the affordable side. And in my description box down below, I will be telling you guys the name of the products that I'm using, the dupes for the products that I recommend, and the price point for the products, okay? Something that I want to say is I wish someone would have told me these three things when I first started learning how to contour. Number one, learn the shape of your face, okay? What I'm gonna show you doesn't mean it's really gonna work 100% for you. Take my techniques, take what I'm teaching you, and make it your own, okay? Because I remember that was a big mistake when I was learning. I was watching these videos and doing exactly what they were doing, and I didn't realize that I needed to tweak it to my own facial features and my bone structure. So learn the shape of your face and what works best for you. Number two, you do not need to layer and pack on all these products. Unless you're gonna go do a red carpet event or a photo shoot, it's not necessary. What I'm gonna show you is more for an everyday type look. Number three, please don't contour just because everybody else is contouring. I'm gonna be transparent and let you guys know I did jump on the bandwagon and I was doing it because everyone else was doing it. Now I do it for me, and I do it because I like changing my facial features. I like lifting my cheekbones and shrinking this big ass forehead. And that's basically what we are going to be focusing on today, is the cheekbones and the forehead. I don't really do the nose, I don't do the jawline. I'll do the jawline once in a while, but I'm gonna be showing you how to do this and this. And for those that don't know exactly what contouring is or the concept of it, it's all smoke and mirrors. Basically, it's just creating, or I should say recreating your facial features and reconstructing, okay? So people use it to make this more defined right here, lift these up here, you know, shrink the nose, shrink the forehead. It's all smoke and mirrors, and there's nothing wrong with that. Makeup is all about fun, right? And creativity. Let's get into it and let me show you where I start. So my foundation's already on, my eyes are done, my lips are done. Like I said, I'm just gonna be showing you guys strictly how to contour the cheekbones and forehead. To highlight, I start with the highlighting first. What I like to do is take a concealer, and basically I'm contouring already when I conceal, because when I use concealer I always go about 2 to 3 shades lighter than my foundation, because I like to brighten up my under eyes, you guys. So what I'm going to be using today is my NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer, and this is in the shade medium/dark 2 caramel. And what I like to do is just go right here and like I said, we're going to be doing the forehead, so we're going to go right there. Nothing too crazy. We're not going to do the triangles, we're not going to pack it on. And you can use a concealer brush to do this part, but I prefer using a beauty blender. And we're just going to go ahead and blend this product out. And again, you guys, if you're missing what products I am using in today's video, I will be putting it in the description box down below, along with dupes that are more affordable. So as you can see, this concealer already brightened up this area. And when I conceal, I like to go at an angle. So I like to go up into the temple, and it's basically giving myself a facelift. And that's gonna help with the contouring of the cheekbones. And we're just gonna go ahead and do the forehead, because mama has a big ass forehead. Okay, and as you can see, we already created a little bit of dimension by using the concealer to highlight and brighten here, here, and here. Now, if you guys have oily skin, this is gonna be a bonus for you guys, because I have oily skin, and some of these steps I am taking is also going to be showing you how I make my contour last throughout the day. FYI, I don't think I told you guys. So again, the product that I just used was my NARS Radiant Concealer, and for my dupe, I'd recommend the Maybelline Fit Concealer. Okay, I use this to do the same exact thing. It works just as good. Now, the next thing I like to do is go in with a setting powder. And again, with my setting powders, I go about 2 to 3 shades lighter than my foundation to help brighten up this area even more, and right here as well. And for the powder, I'm gonna be using HUDA Beauty, and I'm gonna be using shade Kunafa. I think that's how you say it. And when I'm, brightening, I like to go in with my under eye powder brush from Morphe. It's E49. It looks like this, and I like to just press it in to my skin. So as I'm setting my concealer, we're also brightening at the same time. You can see it's adding more brightness. And we're gonna do that forehead because we want to brighten up that forehead. Okay, again, the product I'm using is the HUDA Beauty, and I think it's actually a baking powder. Let me check that out. So it's the HUDA Beauty Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder. So you can use it for both. You can use it for setting and baking. And the dupe I recommend for that would actually be the Maybelline Fit Pressed Powder. Again, I like to go a couple shades lighter, and it does the same thing, just brightening that under eye and that forehead. Now, to create our shadows and lift these cheekbones, I'm gonna go in with my Fenty matchstick in the shade Truffle. And these are super versatile. It's not just for contouring. You can use her matchsticks for a bunch of different things, you guys. These usually come in 3, and it'll come in a contouring shade, a concealer type shade, and a highlight shade. And these, I love these. So you're just gonna go ahead, or what I like to do is just go from the ear and just follow. See, I kind of have a dark line as it is, so I like to kind of follow my natural contour in my face. Basically, I'm enhancing my natural contour. So we're just gonna go from here. And I like to stop right here, you guys. You don't want it to be overly dramatic. You want it to look natural. So I'll go over it like maybe 3 times. Okay, so stopping right here. Also, can't forget the forehead. So when I was first learning how to contour, I'd go all the way around. I don't do that anymore. We're gonna just go like this, and right here. And we're gonna be using my pointed contour brush from BH Cosmetics number 125, and we're just gonna buff this out. And we're just gonna go in circular motions. So right now we are lifting up the cheekbones, giving them a little bit more definition. So you see, I just followed my natural shadow and created it more intensive. I kind of did it more intensified, and I lifted the cheekbone. I'm gonna do the same thing with the forehead and just blend this out. I don't blend all the way across. I just go here and here because I like to shrink this part. I don't like to go and shrink from here all the way around. I just shrink these two parts, these two sides, if that makes sense. And if you have any questions, please let me know if I'm not making any sense. And for my dupe for that, I'd recommend the e.l.f. Cream Contour Palette. This works just as good, you guys. Okay, now because I have oily skin, I like to go in with a bronzer and go over what I just did and kind of set it a little bit more. For my bronzer, I like to go with my Morphe Glamabronze in shade Phenom. This blends very beautifully. I love using this contour. And I'm actually gonna go in with a bronzer brush. Just dip into that product, tap, 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 and just lightly go over what I did. So we're warming up these cheekbones a little bit and also making sure our contour lasts on our face. If you're gonna go out, have a night out with the girls or have date night, you want that to last. Okay, and my dupe for that, I would recommend the Makeup Revolution Mega Bronzer 01 Cool. Just discovered that not too long ago, and I love it. The next steps are not necessary, but this is what I do when I contour and when I want to make these cheekbones look higher. I like to add color to my cheeks just a little bit. I feel like this brings a little bit more to it. And I'm gonna be using a blush palette from Morphe. This is actually discontinued, but I recommend any blush from Morphe. The formula is really good and really affordable. So I'm just gonna dip in to these two products right here and just add a little bit of color to my cheeks. See, with doing this, you're adding a little bit more dimension. And my most favorite fun part of contouring and highlighting is the highlighting. So what we did with the concealer and the setting powder was brighten. We brightened into here, here, and here. Now we want to add some highlight. And the highlighter I'm going to be using today is the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Skin Frost in shade King Tut. And it's a really nice, pretty bronzy color. And I'm going to be going in with my fan brush from BH Cosmetics V14. And we're going to do the top of the cheekbones. I just want to have a little bit of fun. I want to do the tip of my nose and bring some more light to my forehead. And the dupe I recommend for the Jeffree Star Cosmetics is actually going to be the Maybelline Master Chrome. And that's going to be in shade 100 Molten Gold. So this is more of a gold than it is bronzy, but this is one of my favorite affordable highlighters. And that's it, you guys. Super quick, super to the point. You didn't need a bunch of products to highlight. You probably already have your setting powder, you already have your concealer. So again, super to the point, super user friendly. So all you're gonna need is just a darker shade to create your shadow and some highlight, and you're good. And I want to point out, you don't necessarily need contour products, okay? You can use concealer to create your shade, your dark shade. You can use a darker shade of foundation. I've seen people even use eyeshadow. So use what works for you. If you don't want to use what I'm using, go find some products that are a couple shades lighter than your skin and a couple shades that are darker, and you have your contour. So I hope you guys got something out of this, and I hope this was really easy for you to understand. If you have any feedback or questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments down below, and I will get back to you. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video, and I want to take the time to remind everyone to always spread positivity with joy. I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys. Mwah.